Good morning, children. My name is Ravi, your social teacher from our Dr. Bison School. Children, previously in the video 32, we discussed about the 1 to 13 question answers. But today in this video, we have to complete 13 to 20 question answers on the board. In the same time, we have to discuss on these question answers. Now, today we are in the long answer questions. If you were the emperor of a large empire with people of different religions, how would you remain peace with the empire? Discuss any 4 ways you would do so. Here the question is, if you are an empire of a large kingdom, how would you maintain peace in your kingdom? You can write any 4 ways on the book. Now, first one, I would treat people of all religions equally. All religions equally. I would appoint, second point, I would appoint people of all religions to responsible in the government. In the government, I would not impose extra taxes on people from any religion. I would also promote promote unity of all religions. Okay, children, this is the 14th one from your workbook part. This is the 14th one. Children, copy neatly. What is the question? If you would be a king of a large empire, how would you treat your people? Now I will ready to. I would treat people of all religions equally. In an empire or in a country, there are different types of religions are there. You have to treat all these religions with equal interest. And the second one, I would appoint people of all religions to responsible posts in the government. There are so many different types of government posts are there. You have to give equal importance for the all religions. I would not impose. Impose means balvantana, forcefully. Extra taxes on people from any religions. I would also promote unity of all religions. It is very, very important. A big country like India with different types of religions, caste and creed, you have to see the people with equal distances. This is the 14th one. For the 15th one, which of the following is not used to draw comparison between empires? Size of the empires, Popularity of the ruler, size of the ruler's family, religious policies of the ruler. The answer is 15th one. Answer is C. Answer is C. Now 16th one. Which of the following emperors are the first to favor all religions in the Mughal Empire? Yes, his name is called the Akbar. He is the first emperor among all the Mughal emperors. He gave equal importance for the Hindus also in his kingdom. He appointed Hindus into government posts. Now I will drop 14th one. Now we are at the 17th one. 17th one. Now I will read 17th one. Can you identify the two monuments shown below? What is your understanding of the religious beliefs of the rulers who built them? Children, I will show you the two pictures which is given in the page number 8. Once you also see. See children, these are the two pictures. One is in a Jama Masjid and one is in a stupa. These are built by the two different rulers from the two different places. Children, are you seen or not? Yes, I hope you will see in the page number 8. Here we can see two pictures. One is masjid and one is stupa. Now we will write the answers. The monuments are Jama Masjid, and Sanchi Stupa. It is called the Sanchi Stupa, built by the different rulers. One is Sanchi Stupa built by the Guptas, and the Jama Masjid was built by the Mughal emperors in Delhi. Was built by Stupa. Jama Masjid was built by a follower of Islam. A follower of Islam. His name is called the Shahjahan. His name is called the Shahjahan. And Sanchi Stupa was built by a follower. Follower of Buddhism. Yes, follower of Buddhism. Again, a small question here in the textbook part. Here the two monuments which are given in the textbook workbook part in the page number 8. One is Jama Masjid. The Jama Masjid was built by the Shahjahan, a Mughal ruler. He was a follower of an Islam religion. And the another stupa at the right part of the workbook. This is also built by a Guptas. Guptas are followers of the Buddhism. The stupa name is called the Sanchi Stupa. This is about the 17th one. Okay. Now 18th one. Shambhu is a Hindu artisan. All of you look into the workbook, page number 8. Shambhu is an artisan. Under which Mughal emperor would he have lived comfortable life? Why do you think so? A very, very beautiful question. It's very, very beautiful question. Shambhu is an Hindu artisan. Which artisan? Hindu artisan. In which Mughal empire he would happily comfortable live? Because in the Mughal emperors, one is called the Akbar and another one is called the Aurangzeb. These are the two kings. Akbar gave importance for the all religions in his empire, but Aurangzeb only do favor for their Muslims only. Only do favor for the Muslims only. Now you are asking, Shambhu was a Hindu. You would like to live in the Akbar time or in the Aurangzeb time? Which time? Akbar or Aurangzeb? Yes. If my chance is, he could happily live in the time of the Akbar, because Akbar is a great empire which give equal importance for the both Hindus and the Muslims. That is the reason here Shambhu can live comfortable in the time of the Akbar. At the time of the Akbar. You write the answer. Shambhu lived a comfortable life under the Akbar. Why choose Akbar? Because Akbar had equal regard for all religions. For all religions, and did not discriminate other religions. This is the reason Shambhu can live comfortably at the time of the Akbar period. At the time of the Akbar period. Now we are completed 18th one. Children, again I will read. Shambhu would have lived comfortable life under the Mughal Emperor Akbar. Akbar had equal regard for all religions and did not discriminate other religions. This is the reason Shambhu chose Akbar reason to live. Now I am wrapping. Nineteenth one, I am writing here, you can write. 19th one, there are 4 boxes are given here, you see children. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the 4 boxes, you write first one size, second one time, second one religion, and the third one culture. I will repeat soon. Size, time, religion, culture. 19th one. Children, okay? I will read once question. 19th one. It's very big question. You copy it from the. We copy the answer. I'll explain later. Now, it was 19th one. Center line. See, children, you have to write this here. Center line, children. See, you have to write here in the center. First box. It was the largest empire in the world. First box completed. Second one. The British Empire ruled for about 400 years. Second one. Now third one. The British Empire tried to spread Christianity all over India. See the third one. Now fourth one. Here I will write the British Empire introduced Western education in India. Complete these 4 by saying and next already if you completed, I will rub and write. It was a large Indian empire. The Mughal rulers ruled over 100 years. Second one. Now third one. Most Mughal rulers were developed music, art, and tolerant all religions. Right. Now, last one. For the Mughal Empire helped to develop music, art, and literature. The Mughal empires helped to develop art and literature. Yes, this is about the 19th one, children. Copied very well. Very big answer from the 19th one. Their size, time, and religion, in which period they were developed, compared with the British people and the Mughal people. Do it, children. Now I am rubbing the complete answer to complete the 20th one. Okay, children. This is the end of the 19th one. We can end of the lesson also. Children, from 15th onwards, you have the examinations. Read properly at the home and get good marks. Have a nice day.